This is Alex. I'm going to do a walkthrough tutorial as quick as I possibly can on the app Explain Everything. Explain Everything is this app down here at the bottom of your screen that you see. It is a white light bulb, or excuse me, it's a white icon with a blue light bulb and a little exclamation mark. Excuse me, I love it. Explanation mark, but it is not. It's an exclamation mark. Anyways, that app, the app Explain Everything, is a screencasting app, and we can use it for so many different things. Basically, the easiest way to put it is that it gives you or the students the ability to make your own Khan Academy video. So there you go. That's what it is. Mine is located in my presentation tools here. It's, again, right here, Explain Everything. Now, we're going to do a quick tutorial as fast as possible, I promise you, in how to use the tools and Explain Everything. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up, show you what it looks like. Let me go back to the projects here so you can see what it looks like on the landing page. When you open it up, it's going to take you here to the local projects. Down at the bottom, you can see it says local projects. These are all of the projects that we have that have been created on this iPad and are used on this iPad. Okay, so if I go over to cloud projects here, this is a really great place. If you have the latest version, use the tutorials feature here to learn how to use any of the things that I don't go into enough depth with on Explain Everything. You can use that feature here to just learn more about how to use all the features in more depth. And also the discovery, you're able to find what other cool lessons that other people have used or created in Explain Everything. All right, I'm going to go back to the plus button here. By the way, if yours is not showing up as the white app version, like I said at the beginning, this app here, you need to go into your self-service and re-download. If it's showing up as the blue icon, you need to go into self-service and re-download the app, and it should turn into the full version. At Jackson and Glendale, we have the full version unlocked for free for us because we're of our ConnectEd grant. So make sure that you go in and do that so you have all these features available to you. And if it doesn't work after you reinstall it and turn white, talk to Josh or myself so that we can get you squared away. All right, upper left-hand corner, this guy right here, the plus button, we've all seen it before. When I tap on that, it's going to give me options for creating a new project. I can go landscape or I can go portrait. You can see how those change what the template looks like, okay, or the template, the images here. I can select blank project and create a new blank project. I can also start from a template wherever I want to. If I'm a math teacher and I want to use a graph, or if I'm a writing teacher and I want to use some paper there, lined paper, I can do that. Also, I can start from pictures or a document and any of one of these resources right here. So go ahead and explore that. You can set that up through Explain Everything. I'm going to create a new blank project. Like I said, we're going to blast through this as fast as possible. Go back and rewind and see whatever you need to. All right, so we've got a top bar here. We've got the toolbar, which this is going to take the most time walking through, but this is the toolbar on the left-hand side. We've got a magnifying tool down at the bottom. Also the ability to record down here, so if I hit the record button, it's going to start recording my voice. I'll show you that in a second. And also the slide editor here too. Okay, left-hand side, top button right here, the hand. I'm going to leave my mouse on that so you can see that. The hand button is going to select anything that you have. So if I have writing on the screen here, and I have my hand selected, I can, just like on the smartboard, move the ink and manipulate the ink however I want to. All right, so there's that. Next thing down is the plus button. Plus button, extremely powerful. Let me just erase that ink real quick. The plus button is the most powerful thing that we have, I think, in my opinion, in Explain Everything. Okay, this is a side swiping toolbar along the top here. I have the ability to insert a new picture if I want to. I can also put a new video in. I can put a video inside of a video that I record. I have the ability to drop an actual web page into my presentation and explore that web page if I want to in the browser option. Math teachers, very cool for you. You can create equations that the students can break apart and they look absolutely gorgeous. Also, you have the ability to insert any audio that you want to. Down below that, these are your existing options, okay? So existing image or video, you can insert that right in. You can pull a file from any of these areas if you'd like to. Clip art, very cool. I can just go ahead and select the clip art that I want to add in and use that if I'd like to. I can also pull an image from the web. I will do a quick search for an image on the web and it'll bring up options here for us as well. I can pull that in and then I can have both of them going at the same time. Okay, I also have the ability to add existing audio into, so if I have audio that's saved on my iPad, I can insert that into the slide over here. I don't know really what the placeholder thing is. You can add different elements as a placeholder onto your slide. I don't really know what that means, but it's, I don't know, maybe there's, you can tell me, you can teach me something about that. That'd be awesome, I would love that. Video overlay, if you have a video that you want to use from online, you can pull that video in, and then you can just manipulate these items however you would like to, okay, with your hand feature. There is selected. There you go. Okay, so we have gone over the hand and the plus. Now we're going to talk about this icon here, which is the pencil or the pen. You're able to write whatever it is you want to. You can change what the ink color looks like. Left-hand side at the bottom there, see I'm selecting the different inks. You also have the ability to change how thick the line is right there. You have, when you select the pen, you can change it into a pencil and show how thick the opacity is with the pencil lead that you're using. One of the most powerful things that I found just barely with another teacher was, let me just erase those ones that I just did, was the ruler. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. The ruler here, if I select that pencil again and I go in, oh my gosh, there's a ruler on the left hand side. And if I turn it, look at that, it shows exactly what degree we are on. So I can make a nice thick line right there. I can come in, go over to 0 degrees. How cool is this, math teachers? Okay, and then I can come over and make a 120 degree. Let's do a 120 degree. Well, sliding around a little bit. I have the ability to do that. 120 degree, and then I can just make my line. And I can label any of those lines that I want to. Oh my gosh, how amazing is that? Very cool. I love that feature, and I just found that out with another teacher. All right, so another cool thing about the pen, if I draw a figure, whatever figure that is, say I just did that little doodle, underneath the pen option, you see that little circle that is right here? That little circle, if I select that, look at what happens to the drawing that I just did. It turns it into a shape. Very cool, okay? And then I can, of course, move that wherever I'd like to and select it however I want to and just drag it all around, whatever it is I want to do with that. All right, next thing we have is the highlighter. Okay, highlighter, I've got the ability to use whatever color I want to and also however thick I want the line. Next thing is the eraser. This is pretty cool. The top option right here will erase only the last line that you drew on. However, if I use the next box down, it will erase all lines that it comes in contact with. So you can see that I'm erasing some other parts of the lines. And it erases it all so nice and neatly. And I think it also erases pictures there, so you can do that too. Next thing we have is the fill. So if I have a shape, and I select that, make that a shape, I can use the fill button here to fill that shape in with whatever color I want to. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. Next thing is the shape option. Okay, the top here, when I have a box selected and you see these 3 little dots, that makes it so that you can tap it again and have different options to use for different shapes. Okay, so there you go. There's the shape right there created. I can fill it in with another color if I want to, but I can also go into the shapes. And this little star here, if I draw a shape like this one, it reads the shape and it makes the actual shape up here. That is so cool. I love that element. Okay, I don't know what the tree does exactly. If you do know what it does, please let us know. It'd be awesome. Make whatever shape I want to though. Okay. The next thing we have is the text box. You can add text in, and you have all sorts of flexibility. You tap anywhere you want to. You have all sorts of flexibility with what the text can look like and what shape you've got. All these tools along the top, explore with those so you can see what you can do with text. Okay, next thing we have down below is the scissors. Okay, what looks like this, I should show you. The scissors, if you tap on the scissors, this makes it so that, again, we have three different options. The ability to make a box, to do a freehand, or to slice a part out of a shape. So this copies and pastes immediately. This is super powerful. So say I want to have this red shape here, copied and pasted. I select it. Oh my gosh, it works out perfectly. However, notice that I sliced a little bit of the circle off of the top, so I can try that again. Oh, I just did it again. That's terrible. Here we go. There we go. Okay, copy and paste the shape exactly the same way as the other shape. Yeah, with the rest of those, you can go in and do a freehand. So say I want to cut part of that off and show a half or something. Oh, that wasn't the freehand. Sorry, that was the box again. Say I want to do a freehand. If I want to just have maybe this part of that copied, there you go. It's copied exactly the same way. Whatever it selects, it will copy and paste. Next thing down is the X button. Okay, this is a quick and easy way to delete things. I select all of those, hit the red X, boom, gone. Okay, I can also undo that with my undo or my redo buttons down here at the bottom. Okay, next thing we have is the laser pointers or the arrows to point things out. Look at that. There's a green circle and there's a red circle and there's some text up there. Look at my graph. Check this detail out. Very beautiful. Okay, you can also select whatever you want it to look like. So if you want it to be a red dot, you can do that too. Information button. This one's pretty cool. You have the inspector. You can select a shape and do whatever you want to. So if you want to move a specific shape, forwards or backwards, like let's say I grab that shape right there and I put it right there over the line. I'm going to go ahead and go to the inspector. Maybe I don't want that showing up over the graph. What if I send it backwards, send it backwards, send it backwards, send it all the way to the back? Oh my gosh, it shows up behind everything. It's kind of like a Photoshop type of thing. You can also select multiple items and group things together. You have the ability to select any shape you want. Say I select this shape. Let's select whatever. Let's say I select that shape right there. I can flip it if I want to. I have the ability to also flip it upside down if I want, whatever I want to do with that. The inspector really helps out. I can also lock items, so if I want to lock that shape in, when I come back with my hand, I cannot move that around, but I can still move other options, move other things around. I can't move that green shape anymore because I just locked it into place. Just notice how when I select it, it's locked. I can unlock it though too. Okay, the inspector makes it so you can make elements move and other elements not move. Very cool. All right, moving on. Sorry, we're trying to blast through as fast as possible, like I said before. Down at the bottom here, magnifying glass, that makes it so that you can zoom in on whatever it is you want to, and you can see that it shows up zoomed, and then you can hit the reset button to zoom back out. Okay, very cool. The record button next. Oh, sorry about that. The record button next. We have the ability to, sorry, that's bringing up another screen there. We have the ability to hit the record button down here, and it starts to record immediately. So now I'm recording my voice. Hello, this is a shape I drew. And I can hit pause and play it back. Starts to record immediately. So now I'm recording my voice. Hello, this is a shape I drew. There you go. You can also go back in, go back over what you have just done, and you can delete things or re-record if you want to. You can turn your mic on and off if you'd like to. Very amazing features. You can lock your audio in if you want to right here also. Okay. The screen editor, not screen editor, the slide editor. I can use that to look at what slides I have very quickly. Can also create new slides if I want to. Hit plus, makes a new slide. This palette button right here makes it so I can change what the background looks like. Then you got all sorts of options. It's very cool. I can select the gray one, and then I can also change a pattern if I want to. And change it so that, oh, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Then I can select that, and it will show up on my slides. Next thing that's very cool, this button right here, very powerful. If I select that button, it will delete recordings. So if I select this recording that I've done, I can choose that, delete it from the current slide, and it will get rid of all my recordings. Very cool. Okay, upper right-hand corner, I can use the plus button to add and collaborate with people. This is a super powerful tool. One student can host a session for collaboration, and other people can join that hosted session. So if I hit start, it will give me a code. There you go. I can have other kids type that code in, and they will show up down here below. And then if I want to stop, I just hit stop, and it will pull me back. There you go. Okay, and then up here, this is share button. The share, super powerful. You have the ability to share it as this project as a video, whatever you make on Explain Everything, as a video, a PDF, images, or a project. If you share the video, that means that people can just view what you created, and they don't have the ability to edit what you have created at all. Okay. PDF, not going to include any sound. It's just going to be images that people can use to edit. Okay, images will go straight to your photo roll, and you can share them that way if you want to. And the project is very powerful. So say you want to have the kids explain a math concept, and you give them the equations that you want to have them explain. You can share and explain everything project, and they can then open that project up and explain what their thinking is in that project itself with all of your thoughts already, with all of your materials already in place. So if I select, share project, I'll do that. It creates the project, and then I can send it however I want to. I can send it straight over to eBackpack if you're using eBackpack. I could email someone with stuff. I can save it to OneDrive. If you're making in-class tutorials and you're doing kind of a flipped classroom model, save it to OneDrive. You have a whole terabyte of space in OneDrive. It's very cool. Okay, the 3 jelly beans up there on the right-hand side. You can join things here, join sessions here. You can also enter codes in to join the sessions if you'd like to there, and change settings about your own account too. There you go. You can also hide the top menu. Again, this is a super fast tutorial, as quick as I possibly could. A quick tutorial on what Explain Everything is. There are a lot of amazing things going on at both Jackson and Glendale with Explain Everything. If you want to run an idea past me that I can try and show you how to use Explain Everything in a classroom, please let me do that. If you're doing think pair shares in your classroom. Think about how you could just change it so that instead of it being with a pair directly, they could record what their thoughts were and then share the iPad to the next person. It's a great way to get authentic thinking down, and where students don't have a way to interact and jump to what someone else's thinking is. It is their own authentic thinking, and it's a great way to record stuff. Anyways, let me know what you think. If you want to bounce ideas off one another, I would love to do that too. Thanks so much. I'll be creating some more tutorials so that we can learn how to use these apps as effectively as possible in classroom, if you're interested.